You didn't plan to spend that much, you just planned to upgrade one thing. Maybe it was a phone. The old one worked fine technically. The battery limped through the day. The screen had a hairline crack you'd learned to ignore. But the new one felt justified. You told yourself it was for efficiency, for work, for staying competitive. So you bought it. The moment felt good, clean, like progress. Then something strange happened. You sat in your car and noticed the charging cable. It was frayed, yellowed, embarrassing. Plugging it into your brand new device felt like parking a Ferrari in a gravel driveway. So you fixed the mismatch. New charger, no big deal. Later that night, the phone sat on your nightstand and suddenly the case looked wrong. Too cheap, too plastic. It didn't belong. You replaced that too. By the end of the week, you weren't enjoying the phone anymore. You were maintaining it. And somehow, one purchase quietly dragged 3 or 4 others behind it like cans tied to a bumper. This isn't a self-control problem. It's a psychological trap. And it's the reason raises disappear, bonuses evaporate, and just this once becomes a lifestyle. On this channel, we talk about the invisible forces that drain money without asking permission. Today, we're talking about the one that turns upgrades into avalanches. It starts with a robe. In the 1700s, there was a French writer who lived simply. His furniture was worn, his clothes were practical, nothing matched and none of it mattered. His life worked. Then money entered the room. A wealthy patron bought his personal library for a small fortune and let him keep the books. Overnight, scarcity vanished, and like most people encountering abundance for the first time, he celebrated. He bought one luxury item, a beautiful dressing robe, rich fabric, deep color, something he'd never owned before. That robe didn't change his income, it changed his standards. Once he wore it, everything else started offending him. The desk felt crude, the rug felt shabby, the chair felt insulting. One by one he replaced them. Not out of joy but out of discomfort, each object demanded a better neighbor. Months later, the room looked magnificent, his bank account did not. He later wrote that he once owned his possessions freely, but after the upgrade, they owned him. That single purchase rewired his environment and his expectations. That pattern never left us. Today, it wears better marketing. You don't just buy a fitness bike anymore. You buy the version of yourself who owns one. But the version of you who owns one doesn't wear old gym shorts. That version needs shoes, outfits, a space that looks intentional, maybe a screen that's big enough to justify the experience. You didn't buy equipment, you bought an identity package. The same thing happens with cars, watches, homes, tech, even furniture. The first item becomes the reference point, everything else gets judged against it. Anything that falls below that new standard creates friction. That friction feels like a problem that needs solving, and solving it costs money. Not because you're reckless, because your brain wants coherence. This is why fake it till you make it is financially dangerous advice. Status items don't sit quietly, they recruit. Buy something that signals a higher tier of life and suddenly your old life feels out of place. The car changes the clothes change the restaurants change the vacations change the debt. You think you're chasing happiness, you're actually chasing consistency. And marketers know this. They don't sell objects, they sell alignment. Every upgrade whispers the same thing, now fix the rest. Here's where people miscalculate. They ask, can I afford this? That's the wrong question. The real question is, what will this make unacceptable? Renovating a kitchen doesn't stop at cabinets. New cabinets make the fridge look tired. The floor looks wrong next, then the living room feels outdated by comparison. The project spreads because the baseline moved. The first upgrade creates dissatisfaction that didn't exist before. That's the hidden cost. Even worse, upgrades often reduce freedom. Old furniture invites living, new furniture invites protection. Suddenly there are rules. No drinks here, no shoes there, no pets, no mess. The object becomes the priority, not the life happening around it. You stop using things, you start managing them. So how do you break the cycle without rejecting comfort or living like a monk? 3 rules. First, calculate the full ecosystem cost. Before buying anything that feels like an upgrade, list what it will quietly demand next. Accessories, subscriptions, replacements. If the full cost makes you hesitate, that hesitation is wisdom. Second, cap your inventory. Every new item replaces something old, not stores next to it, replaces it. This forces decisions instead of accumulation and keeps upgrades from stacking into clutter. Third, keep your visible standards humble. The lower your status anchors, the cheaper the rest of life becomes. Simple symbols give you flexibility. They remove pressure. They give you room to breathe and save. A low expectation lifestyle compounds faster than any investment account. There's nothing wrong with nice things, but there is something dangerous about not understanding what they activate. One purchase rarely completes the picture. More often, it redraws it and hands you the bill. Don't let your belongings write your financial story. Own them lightly. And never buy the robe.